2016-17 Kashmir unrest events. Media blackout. On 9th of July, mobile internet services were suspended in Kashmir as well as in Jammu region to prevent the rumor mongering. On 16th of July, the Jammu and Kashmir government imposed a press emergency. The police raided the newspaper installations and seized copies of newspapers and printing plates. They said that, in view of the curfew, movement of newspaper staff and the distribution of newspapers would not be possible for a few days. Landline and mobile telephone services were cut off, except for the lines of a government-owned company, BSNL. Internet services remained suspended. Cable television was also shut off, ostensibly to stop Pakistani channels from being broadcast. On 19th of July, Chief Minister Mahbooba Mufti denied that there was a ban on newspapers, and her advisor Amitabh Mattoo hinted that the decision might have been taken at the local level. Mattoo also declared that newspapers would be able to print from 19 July. However, the newspapers refused to publish on Tuesday, claiming there were uncertainties about the restrictions. One editor also asked the government to own the ban and issue a statement guaranteeing that the media would not be hampered. The chief minister held a meeting with the Srinagar-based newspaper editors, expressing regret for the restrictions and assuring them that their work would not be hampered. Following this, the newspapers went to press on Wednesday, delivering them on Thursday. The senior superintendent of police of Bujam district Faiz Ahmed Lone was held responsible for raiding the press and transferred. Mobile internet was restored in Jammu on 26th of July. Mobile telephone services were restored on 27th of July for most of the postpaid and some of the prepaid numbers in Kashmir. Mobile internet was suspended again in Jammu on 5th of August in view of the growing unrest in Chenab Valley, however they were restored later in the same day. Mobile telephone services in Kashmir were suspended again on 11th of August. In addition, all broadband services were suspended in Kashmir on 13th of August, resulting in internet being completely cut off in the region. Broadband internet was restored on 18th of August. Mobile services were again partially restored in Kashmir on 20th of August. On 12th of September, the state government ordered suspension of all internet services and mobile phone services in Kashmir, excluding postpaid connections of BSNL for a period of 72 hours. In April 2017, the state authorities banned 22 social media sites for a one-month period in an effort to calm tensions in the disputed region after videos depicting the alleged abuse of Kashmiris by Indian forces emerged. Newspaper ban. Kashmir Reader, a prominent English newspaper which is published in Srinagar, was indefinitely banned by the state authorities on September 30. It was asked to stop publication on the evening of Sunday, October 2. The daily was accused of publishing material that tends to incite acts of violence and disturb public peace and tranquility. Human rights group Amnesty International said the ban was a setback to free speech and called on authorities to revoke the order. The order does not specifically mention any news items in Kashmir Reader that incited violence, said Akar Patel, Executive Director, Amnesty International India. On 28th of December, the newspaper resumed publication after the government lifted the ban after nearly 3 months. Arrest of human rights activist. Khurram Parvez, a prominent Kashmiri human rights activist, was first stopped by Indian authorities at New Delhi airport on 14th of September to prevent him from attending the UN Human Rights Council session in Geneva. Parvez was later arrested on 15th of September by Indian officials from his home in Srinagar. On 21st of September, a day after a Sessions Court ordered his release, Khurram Parvez had been detained a second time under Public Safety Act, PSA. After 76 days of detention, on 30th of November he was finally released from prison following the orders of Jammu and Kashmir High Court. Action against security personnel. Faiz Ahmed Lone, the senior superintendent of police, SSP, of Bujam district who had ordered the police forces to raid press offices and stop the publication of newspapers, was transferred to the State Disaster Response Fund as a commandant. 2 officers were later transferred from South Kashmir, which has been most affected by the violent protests, the Deputy Inspector General of Police in South Kashmir and the Senior Superintendent of Police in Anantnag. The SSP in Srinagar was directed on 19th of July by a local court to register a case against a Deputy Superintendent of Police, DSP, and other police personnel for allegedly murdering an innocent youth after breaking into his house during the unrest on 10 July. It also ordered that the case could not be investigated by anyone below the rank of DSP. Instead of registering a case against the DSP, the state police registered a case against the youth over various offenses and alleged that he was leading a procession on the day he was killed. The court rejected the argument and ordered the SSP to register a case against the DSP within a day. A non-bailable warrant was later issued against the SSP for not obeying the court order and registering a case within the allotted time period. The SSP was produced in the court by the Deputy Inspector General of Police of Central Kashmir and was granted bail while being ordered to file his statement and register the case against the accused DSP. A petition against the filing of the report against the DSP was dismissed by the Jammu and Kashmir High Court, who directed the Chief Judicial Magistrate of Srinagar to initiate contempt proceedings against the SSP if the report was not registered. The Supreme Court, however, stayed the contempt proceedings against the SSP as well as the Inspector General of Police in Kashmir on 9 August. The court directed the state government on 12 August to exhume the body of the youth and conduct an autopsy. His autopsy report was submitted to the Supreme Court on September 26, 2016, with the report concluding that he had died due to pellet injuries and not because of a bullet. A CRPF sub-inspector who shot an ambulance driver on 18 August was suspended the following day over the incident. On 18 August, a probe was ordered into the death of a person who was killed after the raid of the Indian Army in a Crew village on the same day. D'Souza admitted the next day that the person was beaten to death by soldiers and stated the raid on the village was unsanctioned. Internet censorship. On April 26, 2017, the state government directed various internet service providers, ISPs, to block access to 22 social networking websites, saying it was needed to prevent spreading of rumors and to maintain law and order in the state, under the Indian Telegraph Act, 1885. This move angered the youth of the state, and they resorted to using virtual private networks, VPNs, internet proxies and other readily available tools to circumvent the block.